an extension of the house. He was living at the back. So early morning he would come with my mother-in-law to do prayers, the ritual. We have the Swamini, we call it Chautra, outside the house. Was just praying there, and at times he would just open my door to look if I was there. So he would say, come, 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 let's do prayer. And when I was praying, he was just stealing my sandal sticks because he didn't have. So he wanted some extra to do his own way of doing his prayer. Nobody knew. We knew he was doing prayer. Everybody knows that he was doing prayer, but we didn't know how he was doing and where he was doing. He had his own, I would say, secret garden. He was doing his prayer in his way, in his room, in his comfort zone.
But have you ever visited his secret garden?
Yes, yes. So his secret garden was his study desk. He had his study desk. What he did, he put all his pictures. In those days, we didn't have much murtis. The murtis was in the family altar. Family altar is my mother-in-law, and nobody was allowed to touch. You pray, but you can't touch them. Only my mother-in-law. She was very, very meticulous on that. So only she was allowed to touch, not even Guruji. And whatever, there were all the pictures, photos of deities. Then she will ask it to discard. She will give to Guruji, and Guruji, he made his own altar. It was under his reading desk. He didn't do it on top because he was all the time scolded by his mother. He was beaten. They said that he was finding an excuse to pray, just not to study. And he was always scolded. So he was hiding inside his desk, under the desk, and he was praying there.
Yeah, we've heard the story that when Guruji was young, his parents are not really supportive for this worship activities.
Yeah.
You are the one who are always like support him. So was it like secretly you are supporting without like others know, or everybody know that you are helping him?
It was. I tried to do that secretly because when I came in the family, my mother-in-law was very, very religious, very practical. Every Sunday morning going to temples around. So when I joined the family, I started going together, and Guruji was always going. So most of the time, especially on Sundays, he was spending the days with us, with my mother-in-law, myself, and I had my sister-in-law. And it was always around prayer. The talk was like that. So I was officially and unofficially helping him, because whenever there were rituals at the temple, we had to spend night, especially for Prabodhini Ekadashi. We'll have it soon now. We will go there to spend the night. And in those days, Guruji used to sleep with my mother-in-law. So he will come early. He will say, okay, he will be sleeping by his Dadima, but we'll go to the temple and he will accompany us. And we spend the night there, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Next day, he may have slept only for 2 or 3 hours, but we need to go to school. If he doesn't go, his mom was always beating him. So the next day, even though he was tired, but not to let know that he has been going to temple with us, he will just go to school. It was like that.
So how do you feel? How do you feel about his behavior in such a young age? But every time when he has a conversation with you, it's about God, and he's so fascinated about the worship activity. So how do you feel about this boy?
In those days, I didn't feel it much strange, because though he was very young, he was always talking about that. Because I was very religious. I was, doing lots of practice. My mother-in-law was always was like that. So we were of the, as if bird of the same feathers. So it didn't make much difference. But gradually, when I had my baby, I had other responsibilities, as if I was going far away from practical religious practice, and I was doing occasionally. I was not that much. I stopped going to temples every Sundays. Then he will come. Let's go. Let's go. Leave the baby with daddy. Leave the baby at home. Let's go. We need to go. Then I started. How to say? How come he's so much devoted? And even me, I just get influenced by his mother and his father that he's doing that just not to study. It was as if he just wanted to find an excuse not to do his schoolwork. He was just following his prayers. So in those days, with our limited mind, we were not seeing the good side of it. We were just on the material side. He doesn't want to study. That is why he's doing so much prayers. And even at, we started having a report from the school. At the school, even at the school during lunchtime, he was organizing prayers. And he was going to a Roman Catholic school, and there was a statue of Virgin Mary. So most of the days he was carrying for lunch bread, butter, cheese, and his mom used to give him banana. So he will offer the bread, and the banana. And after his prayers, he will just share with his friend like prasad. So he was at times he was doing his prayer in his own way. Lunchtime was for half an hour, so he will spend 1 hour, 15 minutes. So he was taking so long, and teachers were very angry. He was being scolded by teachers, so the teachers had to write letters to the parents, tell him to stop such rituals. He's not supposed to chant Hindu prayers in front of the Virgin Mary. So he was doing his Hindu prayers, the mantras. The teachers, the school management were not happy, and they wrote to the parents that we need to talk to him, not to do that. But he cannot change.
So I guess he was beaten up.
Yeah,
quite
he was
often.
often. He was beaten often, very often. Even though he started materializing, the devotee started coming in the house. One day, we organized a family invited us for a bhajan. We wanted to go, and only then his mom started being too overprotective, because we are trying to understand what is happening to him. Why is he having vibhuti on him? Why having vibhuti everywhere from his murtis in the house? We are having honey, amrit. So the priests around, everybody, the holy people who went to see, they said that God is manifesting through the child. He's not a normal child. You have to protect him. So trying to protect him, we're just trying to overprotecting him. And one day, when the family invited us to for a bhajan at his place, it was in the north. We were all ready, and Guruji said to Guruji's mom said to Guruji, "No, you are not going. You have to stay here." Then Guruji said, "It's a bhajan, and everything is happening because of the manifestation here, so I need to go." Then it's not, "You don't have to go, just give me stuff like that." It was almost 14 or 15, so I think it was the last time. So we are very much from the material mind, material point of view. It took us some time to realize that he is over and above we normal human beings.
So I guess Guruji showed us a very good example how we persist on our own path, on the spiritual path, on the path of God, despite that everybody around us are against us. So it's a very, very good example, already showed us. When we complain about how much difficulty, how much obstacle we have, But let's see Guruji. He didn't have a easy
Right.
beginning.
Yeah, even on the spiritual path, he didn't have an easy. He was just being persecuted, but not to do that. You have to focus on your studies because it was the aim of every family, even for me. We want our children to have so-called high academic qualifications, having white-collar job, having a social status, being, how to say, well seen in society. So you have a good position, a good job, a car, a house. So we are more focused on that. And when we're more focusing on that, we are getting away from the spiritual path, getting away from the spiritual track. And for Guruji, it was more hectic to his start because his parents were not at all in the religious practice. They had their own life, so they were not in that, and they were preventing Guruji to follow that path. And he had to struggle to follow, to show who he was. It took him so long. He was showing that all the time, but for us to see, it took us so long.
So just one like curious details. When Guruji get beaten when he was small, when he was young, did he cry?
No, he was very stern. I won't say stubborn, but only now when I think about those days, he knew who he was. And it was a way for him to show, to bring what he wanted to show. And maybe he didn't want to blow it at once. So it was just gradual. And gradually when he was doing that, when he was beaten, he would just look, at times he would just look bluntly like that. Or he would just look at the sky. No, he was not crying. He was not, no.
Wow. So he just endured.
Yeah.
Oh, impressive. So then, since we know the story, like around 14 years old, that something really happened.
Yeah.
So you were there? What was the details?
It was on 22nd of April. 22nd of April, 1996. 96. Early morning. It was a second term of school. School just resumed. It was a Thursday morning. We were getting ready. The kids were ready to go to school. His sister Tina ran to my place. Come, my mom is calling you. And I said, what happened? He said, I don't know, my mom is crying and she wants to talk to you. So when I came, she was in tears and she was just cleaning the house. She had the broom in her hand and she said, she just put away the broom, said, look what happened to my house, you, because of me. And she started cursing, not cursing, swearing at me. It's because of you, you have been too much tolerating him, that because of you, see what happened. I said, what happened? I said, look, everywhere have you put in the house. Then I was shocked. I went to Guruji's room. It was smelling, oh my God, it was smelling so nice, sandalwood. Then everywhere, all the murtis were covered with vibhuti. And Guruji was ready. He was going to school. He was by the wash basin, washing his hand. I just said to him, why did you do that? Because I was shocked. I didn't know what to say to him. I said, why did you do that? He said, I didn't do anything. I'm just getting ready to go to school. Then his mom was crying like a dead. She was crying. And at times she wanted to take the broom and to beat Guruji. I said, no, please don't do that. I said to her, because you are not spiritual, God has decided to show you that he exists. I hope it didn't happen to your home. I said, no, I'm sure it didn't happen to my room. I said, okay, go and check in your room. If your room, it didn't happen, so it's not for you, it's only for him. Only in his room it was there. Then she went to her room When she went to her room, she cried like a mad lady. He said, come and see what happened to my room. There was a, she was not religious. She had a night photo frame with lotus, roses, rose flowers. Inside the frame, it was full of beauty.
Wow.
And she had a big clock. Inside the clock, inside the clock, there was beauty. Then we said, okay, let's go around the house. Around the house, we checked. When we came in the lounge, all the photos, all the frames, whatever was there, everywhere beautiful. Then his mom was as if going mad. His dad was not there. Tina left for school. My kids left for school. His mom was as if it was the end of the world for her. So just to comfort her, I said, okay, we will go and check. We praise. So we went the Tamil temple next to our house and called the priest there. He came. He said, yeah, it is something very divine that is happening, and you need to do more prayers. And we are not satisfied with his answers. We went to the priest at Kali temple. He came, he said the same thing, everything is happening because of that little boy. And the temple where we used to pray every Sunday from there. I think in that same day, we went even to St. Anne Church. The priest from there, he came, he said, it's something very special, very divine. You need to do lots of prayers. So it was a Thursday. By the evening, lots of people were coming to visit because it just spread, the news spread like anything in the area. It was just like a shrine. People were queuing to come in the house to see what was going on, what was going in. And Guruji was still in his school uniform. I think on the eve, it was the last day he went to school. Since that day he didn't go to school. He was sitting on his bed. He's always had, he has some shelves. It was full of beauty, and he was so happy. All his, his big cheeky smile as he smiled, he was just smiling and giving vibhuti to everyone coming. So that day it was a 360-degree change. The boy that I saw in the morning and the one I saw in the evening. The change was there. The change started. And that day we had the kirtan in the house. We called people from outside because we were not doing kirtan. Guruji used to do, before that, he was always having kirtan, but he was having kirtan. His devotees were my 3 children and his sister. He had 4 devotees. So he had 4 devotees. And he was sitting on his bed. The little one was sitting down on the floor. He was singing in his own language. They were repeating. And at times he was just telling me to cook some prasad, some suji. I will cook. And then even for that, his mom was shouting at me, why do you cook? You don't have to cook because you're cooking prasad. He's not studying. He's just having prayers. So when everything happened on 22nd of April, Thursday, Friday we had bhajan, Saturday we had bhajan, all day, all evening, morning to evening, people were coming to visit on Sunday. Then on Sunday, someone was supposed to come to have bhajan. The group didn't come. We were a bit panicked because all the priests who came said you have to sing a lot, do lots of prayers. Only then you will be relieved that devotee will stop coming. And we wanted it to stop. As if for us, in my mind, and his mom, maybe his dad also, we were thinking that once it will stop, everything will disappear. Guruji will go back to the normal life. He will become the schoolboy. Life will will be back as usual. So on Sunday, when the other group said that they won't come, we were a bit panicked. We said, okay, but all the priests said that we have to continue with prayers. And we were just trying to figure out what to do. Then that day, Guruji said, I will sing. I will sing. The boy that I saw on Thursday and the one I saw on Sunday night, it was only 4 days. It was as if the growth, it was 4 years. He changed. He started having small, like the beard
Yes.
come, yeah, apple, how do you call it? Adam apple. The Adam apple was very visible, and the way he was singing, his voice was no more the same. Was no more the childish voice. He sat, he sang, and he gave a satsang that night. He satsang, yeah. He started talking. He talked about Shiva.
Wow.
Shivaratri. He talked about Shiva. He gave satsang, and he talked like an adult, a grown-up adult. What we should do, how, for prayers, and Shivaratri was just over, so he spoke a lot about Shiva.
Wow. So it already, Shivaratri was already passed.
Oh, yeah. And for that Shivaratri, even for Shivaratri before that, he always used to go to Grand Bassin from where we are by foot.
By foot?
Yeah, by foot, walk up to there and back.
How long it takes by foot?
So 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
But by himself?
Yeah, we will go most of the time. We will go with friend, but some friend will just abandon. They will go by bus. He will go by foot, and then he'll come back. I think that year itself for Shivaratri there was a cyclone, so his dad went to bring him back. He said, "There's a cyclone. Let's go." We didn't have car in those days. He had the motorbike. He said, "Okay, let's go back home." He said, "No. I will come by foot." And he, all the way, despite the rain, it was raining heavily, and the lightning, he came back home by foot. He used to, every year he used to.
Okay. So you mean you are saying the vibhuti just keep coming out, coming out. It's not like a lot, but it stays there, but it keeps like a.
It keep coming out, it keep coming out because Guruji all the time he has been taking out from it, giving to people. So it was like as if a source. It was just sourcing. It was just sourcing. It was coming out like that.
So I guess since that day he stopped go to school.
He stopped school. He devoted most of his time. We started making the temple, so he was here at home, and now the family started following him wherever he wanted to go. They accompanied him in cars, whichever temple they wanted to go. So every weekend it was like a ritual. In the morning he would say, "I want to go this place." Then we'll all accompany him, and we used to go with him. And we started the construction of the temple. So once the temple was there, we had the inauguration. Then in November, he started, October, November, I think the same year, he started traveling to India. He went to India many times.
So the family was like holding prayers in wish to stop all this special change.
Yeah.
But then it turns out like another way.
God's will was stronger than ours. Our wish was to stop everything.
Yeah.
But God's will, it is like that. No, we can't go against God's will. So it was God's will to such things to happen. And finally, we had to accept. We could not change anything. We had to change ourselves, change our lifestyle, change everything.
Is that very soon afterwards he left home, go to Europe?
No, not very soon. He went to India. He stayed there for 3 or 4 months. Then when he was in India, his mom was very upset now because now the motherly love for a spiritual son was there because the motherly love for a schoolboy was more strong at first. So her mom was said, okay, you have to come back. He came back. Then he went to India again the next year. I think 2 or 3 times he went to India. Then after 4 years, he went to Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to UK first. I think he went to UK, Switzerland. Then he landed at Germany. Then he started going more often to Germany. He met those spiritual people who are with him till date today. He met them in India. Then he started going to Germany.
So like in between his studies to show this divine manifestation until he like really completely went out of the family. So during this period, he stayed here to show many like miracles to different people.
Yes. When he was here, miracles was happening a lot. Even he was not here, many things were happening in his room. The whole compound, the whole yard here. Once the manifestation started, so every day you can feel the fragrance of that good smell of jasmine, of sandalwood. So even though he was not here physically, you have that good fragrance. But when he is here, you have the fragrance 24/7, all the time. And when he was here physically, many things were happening. So many things. You as if you don't have time to appreciate or to digest. You just let go of it. So I think that next year when manifestation started for Shivarati, our life we had to go back to our normal life. I had to go to work. My kids were going to school, and Tina was going to school, and Gucci was most of the time at home. He was traveling a lot. So for Shivarati, he was here, and when I was coming from work, Manish, my son, he was in tears. I said, what happened? He said, bro is no more. He's finished now. He's finished. He's no more. I said, what happened to him? He said, go and see. He's not the same. He's Shiva now. And I said, how come? He said, go come and check. Give me bucket. Give me 1 bucket or 2 buckets if you got, because he's lots of things is coming from his body. I said, what's coming from his body? He said, come and check. When I came, he was sitting on his bed. Vibhuti was coming from his head. It was just falling like that, just like lava coming from a volcano. It was falling. His eyes were half closed. His eyelids were all covered with vibhuti. Everywhere, as if vibhuti, it was just poof, poof, you can see. It was falling on his shoulders everywhere. And we had to take everything from the floor, put in buckets. And there is a very beautiful song of Shiva. He used to play that. That song was there being played, and his mom was crying. As if he was
again.
Yeah, as if he was now. He was crying because his son is going away now. He's going away. At first, he was crying because everything happened because of him. So he was crying, oh, what happened to him? Because everybody was talking to him, but he was not himself. Physically, the body was here, but he was in another plane. So he was not. His eyes was, just as a Shiva. And I think for more than 1 or 1.5 hours, 2 hours, he was sitting like that. people around him were calling him, calling him. He was like in a samadhi. He was not coming out. And when he came out from that, he was just back to normal, as if nothing happened. When he said, "You see me?" He said, "No, what? There's nothing on my head." But we saw that, and we had in perfect full of that. So there were many things happening like that. We witnessed, we lived those moments.
Was that time the first time he experienced samadhi?
Before that, he experienced once, yeah. When the day his mom, it was early when the manifestation started. When he wanted to go to the family, his mom stopped and said, "No, you can't go."
Yeah.
So he locked himself in the room, and I think for more than 7 to 8 hours, he was in the room. When we finally said, "No, we will tell him to come with us," we're knocking at his room. He was just lying on the floor like a dead, like a dead.
Wow.
Everybody was just knocking. It was at certain point we just wanted to break the door to see what was happening.
Because
inside.
he was not answering.
Yeah, he was in samadhi. He was in samadhi, and he said when he came out, he said, yeah, he was in somewhere in Beituntam and among the gods, and because he could hear everybody crying, everybody calling for him, he had to come back.
Like how long was he away?
It was 6 to 8 hours. He locked himself in his room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like he was in samadhi like for several days.
No.
Just for several hours.
Several hours, yeah.
So the whole, because Guruji like has a big family. So how about the family members look at this situation? Like, for example, for you, like, is there like a watershed, like it happens to you because you are his elderly, so he need to like respect you. But later, when Guruji really being the guru and being the spiritual master, like everybody need to show respect for him. So for you, how was the process like going through?
So the process, how to say, it was not a big deal for me, even for my kids, because, we already had such a comfortable relationship. I can talk to him about anything, be it my kids, be it myself, whatever problem, whatever happiness, whatever I have, I share with him. But in 2008, when he got initiated, he came with his Shankar Chakra on both. He had it on both.
You mean initiated to Sri Sampradaya?
Yes, Sri Sampradaya. He came here. So we had the inauguration in the temple of the Ranganath, the other one, Ranganath. So that day in 2008, I said, I put a demarcation. So he's no, I can't be the same level of relationship that I used to have, because that day I realized, no, he's not like us. He's no more. He is a family member. He's not just limited to a family member. He's a guru. When I saw that, it's just like it got stamped with hot iron. So it was there, and the way he was officiating the prayers, like a Vaishnava, only the dhoti, upper part of the body not covered, and he started going his shika, and he talked about more advanced things in spirituality. I never knew about Sampradaya. I never knew about, so I knew nothing what he was talking about. Then I said, wow, he's no more that kid I knew. So I was older than him. in my mind, I was teaching him when he was still that boy of six.
Yes.
So I was teaching him, okay, God is this, God is that. I was talking, I would just say, And once he started, I think 2006 he started, but still my mind was not that ready to accept. But when everything happened here in 2008, then I said, wow, he's no more that little boy. He's no more that boy that I used to think with my limited mind. He's over and above what I think. I remember those days I asked him when he started initiating devotees. Then I put him question, you are initiating so many people around you and making you devotees. So what about us, myself, Manish, Vivi, and my daughter was there. Said, when will you initiate us? He said, no need for you. You are born initiated devotees for me.
Yeah.
You're serving me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because of huge, amazing punya.
Yeah.
Like your family to him.
Mhm. Just amazing.
So it means eventually for the family member, you didn't go through the initiation ritual.
We didn't go, but when he has been coming here so many times, so many people getting initiated. We want to have that blessing because we know he has been giving us so many things, so much, but we're still craving, more craving, and you want more. So when he was initiating devotees, Manish just went to him and said, I want you to initiate me. He said, come, you guys, and even Vivi. So that's how he got initiated. And he had to do it because though he said he no need for us. So as if just to be more secure, so that he give us the blessing, he give you the mantra, we did that process of initiation.
Even for you
Yeah.
in 2008?
No, for me, no, not 2007.
2007?
17.
17. Okay.
For me, it's another process. It was a long way, long journey.
Yes, we're ready. We're ready to hear.
So 2008, I think 2008, Vivi, Manish got initiated. My daughter, not
Manju.
yet, no, Manju, not yet. And 2012, she got married. And when she got married, my son-in-law, Manju's husband, he's a Vaishnava. He's a born Vaishnava. His father was a priest. And he said to my daughter, you guys, you are very lucky to have someone like Guruji. Because when he first saw Guruji, he didn't see him as himself. He saw Krishna.
Oh.
When he saw him, yeah, he said he saw him, he was just amazed when he saw him. He saw him with all his Shankar Chakra. He just saw Krishna. And Manju said, because Manju, how to say, for Manju, even for myself, he was just a cousin. The cousin, they like to play, they like to talk, they like to crack a joke, they will laugh and that. So for Manju, it took her some time. And when Kevin said to her, you have to be very grateful to him to have someone like that. So Manju started changing her perception. She became, being a devotee. At first, we thought that being a devotee of Guruji, we were just trying to put a barrier, our family tie. Because for us, we were feeling more comfortable. He's a family member, he come, we talk, we were very happy in that relationship. And day by day, when we saw him growing like a guru, he's a guru, he's traveling worldwide, so many people are following him. So we had to put a demarcation in our, though we had the family relationship was very comfortable, but it had to grow, it had to be higher. So higher from family relationship to go to the level of a guru. And for me, he was all the time coming to Mauritius. he will stay by my place. He was happy with my kids, and all the time he said, when do you want to get initiated? I will initiate you. I said, no, I'm happy. I'm serving you. You come here, I'm serving. I'm very happy with that. And 2010, I was in South Africa. He already made a plan. He made a plan to get me initiated. And I got the news. There was a leakage. So I got the, I got the news. I got the news, and Swami Papa was there. Swami Papa said she's still not married with her husband. Do you think it will be right to initiate in those days was initiating brahmacharya into brahmacharya? He said, I don't care about the courage. Then I said, when I got the confirmation that he had a plan to initiate me, I said, no, please, I don't want it now, because he said, why? I said, you are still studying, Manju was to get married. I said, I have so many responsibilities. Once I'm done with my responsibility, I will come to you. Or you decide, once I'm done, you will know, then you initiate me. Then I said, okay. 2010. Some years later again, in 2014 or 15, he said, are you ready? You want to go? Manju got married in 2012. Are you ready? You want to get initiated? I said, no. When Vivi will get married. So I keep on postponing. Next time. On 29th of September 2016, going to work, I said, okay, I want to, I was okay. I was going to work. I was working in Portland in those days. I said, I saw the office of the NCD, non-communicable disease, of the Ministry of Health. It was early morning, so I just had some extra time. I said, well, I'll go inside and see what they are doing, what type of work they're doing. Then I said to the man, health officer, I said, I want you to check my blood pressure. And he checked my blood pressure. He said, your blood pressure is very high. It was 16, something like that. I said, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to work. And he said, okay, I'll test your blood sugar. When he tested my blood sugar, his eyes became big like that, coming out. You are sick. I said, no, I'm going to work. He said, you are diabetic. Your blood sugar is 22. I said, no, I'm going to work. I'm fine. I don't have any symptoms, nothing. I'm not diabetic. He said, maybe your glucometer is not good. Then he changed his glucometer. He said, okay, I will check with a new one. He checked with a new one. He said, you are diabetic. It's 322. Second machine, third time reading, it was 22. I got panicked. Then he said, okay, I will check your blood pressure again. My blood pressure was 21. So 21, 22. He said, you are highly diabetic. You have to go to the hospital to have a complete checkup of the system, what's wrong with you. So I couldn't understand what's happening to me. I was just going to work. I was in a happy mood going to work. And then he called for the health services, the ambulance. They came, they put me in the ambulance. It was 9 in the morning. I just hear the alarm of the siren. I was rushed to the hospital. I was still trying to digest what's happening to me. I can see lots of doctors. I had injection to bring down my blood pressure, and I was given injection to bring down the blood sugar as well. Then by 11 or 12 at noon, I was visited by 4 or 5 doctors. I had ECG, my heart reading. They said my electrocardiogram was not smooth. They were looping the reading, and they wanted to have more advanced health diagnosis. And I was admitted. I was in complete panic. and shock. It was almost noon. I didn't eat since the morning. I was not hungry. I was not neither hungry nor thirsty. I was just trying to think what was happening to me. And I was so angry with myself and the situation. I forgot to phone the family. By 4 in the evening, I was admitted in the hospital. I didn't have anything, no cloth, nothing. They gave me cloth from the hospital. I was taken for so many checkups. So after that, I had a second ECG. The loop was still there. I had a retinal screening. They found blood clot in my eyes, and my blood sugar was still very high. They said tomorrow early morning they will have not to eat anything, only have water. They will have a fasting blood sugar test. So late in the evening, when they didn't see me coming home from work, Vivi phoned me. It was the first day of the Navaratri. We were supposed to have prayer here.
Okay.
They said, "Where are you? We will start prayer." I said, "I'm at the hospital." He was shocked. He said, "But how come you went to work this morning?" I said, "Yeah, but they said that I just went by curiosity. I went in the office there. They found that I have diabetes and a blood sugar problem now. My the next morning, so I said to Nina, I'm not coming. I'm sick in the hospital." They did prayer. They had chanting on my name, etc. Then the next morning, I had a complete blood test. Again, the result was not good at all. My good cholesterol was inexistent. My bad cholesterol was more than 3 times high. My red blood cells count was very low. So everything, whatever was bad, was for me. Then I was seen by special doctors, specialists, nutritionists. They have to put me on a regime. I will have to take insulin. I will have to take metformin. And if I don't take care of my health, maybe I will have a massive cardiac arrest because the blood sugar is very, very high. I was shattered. I didn't know what to do. Navaratri celebration here. Then we spoke to Guruji. He phoned me at the hospital. He was looking at the end of the line. Then what happened to you? I said, my blood sugar is very high. He said, that's nothing. It happened to me. You will be fine. Just, you have to boil guava leaf or mango leaf you drink. And then I said to him, you're telling me I'll be fine? Doctor said, I will have massive cardiac arrest. Nothing will happen. It was Friday, then Saturday morning, Vivi and Manju came to hospital. They said, okay, let's go home. We will take you to the private hospital, Welkin here. You will have to go treatment there if you have to follow your health. So I came back home, went to Welkin, even all the results were the same: high blood sugar, high blood pressure, very bad cholesterol, high, good cholesterol very low. It was same result as a hospital. But they changed the medication. At the hospital, they gave me metformin which come from India. I think it was not of good quality. The doctor here gave me another medication. After 1 week, I started getting worse. I couldn't go to work. I was shaking because I was on high medication. The more you take medication, the more you need to eat, because the medication, if you don't eat, it just depletes the lining of your stomach. And I started feeling bloating. You don't feel hungry, nothing. I was a bit lost, confused. 2 or 3 times I spoke to Guruji. He said, just boil guava leaf you drink, boil mango leaf you drink, do your sadhana. Are you doing your sadhana? And I said, sadhana, what is sadhana? For me, it was something very new. He said, you don't do your sadhana? I said, no. In 2008, when Guruji came, I got initiated in Atma Kriya.
You learned from him
Yeah,
directly?
yeah.
Oh, like he taught you one by one?
Well,
or
a group,
a small group of
yes,
family members?
yeah. So he said, that is sadhana. I said, oh, I never practiced it. So he taught us, and we had the manual and everything. It was just nicely kept on the shelf. He said, do your sadhana. Do your Surya Namaskar. For me, I was not feeling comfortable with that. For me, the doctor condemned me that I have to go on medication till the end of my life. And the more I grow older, I will have to go on high medication. And there was no U-turn. So I have to go on medication. And my guru, he was not here, I was not there. My guru, he was telling, stop medication, do sadhana, drink leaves. Just boil mango leaves and guava leaves. So I was completely lost.
It was a tough decision.
Yeah, so I was sick. I was following the medical world because my trust, as in my ultimate trust was in them, because what they saw, nobody saw. I think after 2 or 3 weeks, I was just walking in my corridor is very narrow. I was walking, I just bumped into the wall. Then my daughter saw me, Brajesh was only 2 years. My daughter saw me, said, what happened to you? I said, as if I lost the sense of orientation. The body was not able to cope with the stress, medical strain.
Oh, yes.
So
the side effect.
The side effect. I said, no, according to me, I was walking straight forward and straight, but I bumped my head in the wall. Then the little one, he was 2 years, he came, he was coming towards me. I said, who is that boy? My daughter, Mom, what's happening to you? It's Rajesh. I said, no, I can't see. He was very blurred. Yeah, so I could not figure out his face. I said, oh my God. I just slept. For 3 weeks, I was not going to work. I was only meditating on my amsik. And I was texting Guruji. Then that night, Guruji was in Vrindavan. I texted him. I said, okay, you know, maybe I will die. I just want to see you. He said that I'm coming in January. I'm coming in January. You will see me. I said, no, I'm sure I won't be able to live till January. I don't want to wait till January. I want to see you now. He said, how you will see me? I said, you do so many manifestations. You just materialize so many things. Can you materialize a ticket for me? Then he was laughing.
You want to go to India?
To India. Then he said, okay, I will materialize a ticket for you. Then what about the flight? Can I materialize a plane for you? I said, yes. If you can do so many things, you can arrange for a flight for me. Then he was laughing and I was crying. Nobody's taking care of me. Even you, Manish is not taking care of me. Vivi got a girlfriend, he's not taking care of me. Manju got a baby, she's not taking care of me. Chacha, he got his own life, he's not taking care of me. I'm alone. I've got no one. Then Guruji spoke to Manish. He said, your mom is in a very bad depression. He noticed. So that night, Manish phoned me. He said, what's your problem? Then I said, nobody's taking care of you. Then it was as if Guruji talking to me through Manish. Said, are you taking care of yourself? I said, yeah. He said, no, you are taking care of the doctors. You are feeding the doctors. You are buying medication. You are just depleting whatever you got. You are not listening. He said, do you do your sadhana? Do you do meditation? Do you do japa? Do you do atma? I said, no, but I can't. I am weak. I'm very weak. Said, to take medication, you are not weak. To go to doctors, you are not weak. To do your sadhana, you are weak. Okay, from now on, I'm done with you. You are going mad. You are crazy. And mental hospital is not far from home. You just go there. I'm done with you. And he just hung. It was like a shock for me. Said, Manis is very straight. Even Vivi is very straight. How come he dared to talk to me like that? Then I said, okay, maybe there is some truth in whatever he said. I said, okay, I will go for a try. I will boil the guava leaf. I had a big tree. Maybe you didn't see that tree. I had a big tree just near Rex's house. The leaf was on the balcony. So from the balcony, I didn't have to go out. From the balcony, I just plucked some leaves. I put in the kettle. I boiled it. And midnight to 1, I had 5 liters at one go. That early morning at 4, 5, I was running on the Mandi roof, looking for the sun rays to do my Bhakti Namaskar. I was not able to do that properly. Then I phoned Guruji, I'm not able to do that properly. I don't know. I'm missing the steps, things like that. He said, okay. And those days we had FaceTime. Through FaceTime, he taught me how to do it, how to get back on track of doing your sadhana. So, and he said, don't stop drinking guava leaf when you leave. So morning, half day I was drinking guava leaf, next half day I was drinking boiling mango leaf I was drinking. Morning, evening I was doing Paragatishwari 5 times morning, 5 times in the evening. I'm doing my japa, going for a walk with my japa, which is say go for a long walk. You have to work out the body and you'll be fine. I think when once I got started, the day Guruji laughed at me and many shouted at me. After 1 week, I was feeling okay. So when I went for a checkup, the doctor was shocked. He said, what happened? I have to stop your medication. Your blood sugar is beyond normal. It was 4 point something early morning. He said, you are not eating properly. You are harming your body. You are giving max stress to your body. You are not eating. You are starving. I said, no, I'm eating, but I'm more on soup. I cut down carb. So he stopped the medication. No, he said, first week he didn't stop the medication. He said next time if I come to the same trend, if it is going to be the same trend, he will stop medication. So when I spoke to Guruji, he said, now you stop taking all medication. Just do what he is saying you to do. So a whole week I did that. When I went the second time for my checkup, it was 4.2, I think, early morning. My glucose reading. My doctor said, you need to stop taking medication. So I said to myself, since 1 week, I'm not taking any medication. And he said, oh, what are you doing? I said, nothing. He questioned me, are you following treatment with another doctor? In my mind, I said, yeah, I have a doctor over and above you. So that's how I got treated. I think I was after 2 or 3 months in December before Guruji's arrival. I went for my retinal screening. There was no blood clot, nothing. My vision was clear again. So in January, when Guruji came in 2017, he came. It was the first time I went to see him at the airport, because most of the time when he comes, I'm always at home cooking, doing his things that he likes. So I went to the airport and he saw me. He said, wow, look at you. I lost weight. I lost much weight. He said, look, you are looking so young. What happened? What happened to you? What did you do? Then I said, you did everything. You did everything, and now you pretend you don't know anything. You did everything. Said, "You are happy? You will listen to me?" I said, "Yes, I will listen to you, to whatever you say." In the airport, he just put his hand on my shoulders. "I'll make you Swami."
So he used his way to make you curve.
So to get me sick, I think, so it was just to bring me back to track. To
The
him,
spirituality.
yeah, he said, "I will make you a Swamini." Even that he said to me in January. He came here, I think it was on 6th or 7th of January. And he stayed for more than 5 weeks. First week, nothing happened. Second week, nothing happened. Third week, nothing. I said, I was happy. I said, maybe he forgot because mentally I was not prepared. I didn't know what to do, what the role of a Swamini. So 1 week before his departure, he just got, there was Swamini from Italy. He said, "I want you to initiate my auntie." Then she came to me and said, "I will just say to initiate his auntie. Who is that auntie?" I said, "I don't know. You have to check with him." No, he said, he didn't say my auntie. "I want you to initiate somebody."
Mm.
Then he said somebody. I said, "You have to ask him." Then he said, my auntie. Yeah. Then myself and Pravesh's mom, so he said, mom, we got initiated into Brahmacharya. Then during the initiation, we had the yagna, so it was the different way of initiation. The Swamini was doing that. Then I said, "Oh, it's good then. It's only Brahmacharya. It's
Not Swami.
it's not that tough as Swami. It's lower than Swami." So I was feeling so happy. And when Guruji came to give the blessing, he said, "Okay, I will give you your name." First, he gave Pravesh mom's name, Shushobna Dasi. Then he looked at me. He said, "No, I won't give you your name. I have another idea for you." Then I looked at him and said, "No, you won't have your name. I have another idea for you. No, I have something else for you." Then I said, "What that?" He said, "You will know." And it was only 4 or 5 days for him to leave. On the eve of his departure, I didn't say anything. I said, maybe he forgot. It's good for me. I'm very happy. He forgot. I want to remind him. So on the eve of his departure, I saw Swami Nimeshika coming with a plate orange sari with a guru stick. You know, when you're initiated, they are a guru stick. With her guru stick, the stick walking like that. I said, wow, she was walking. So it was very grand the way she was walking. So she's bringing a sari. Then my heart started beating. I said, no. I said, maybe it will happen today. Then he said, okay. He brought the side, Swamini gave the side to Guruji. Guruji blessed the side, said, "Here you are, be ready. You come into your brahmacharini in your white sari, I will initiate you." I said, "But you already initiated me." I thought that it was over. He said, "No, to be a Swamini, you have to be brahmacharini first. It was your first initiation, tonight you will." And it was almost midnight. And he did that outside under the tulsi plant. There was a big Ram tulsi.
Which one is this?
The chachaya outside
garden.
garden. Yeah. He said, "Come sit here." It was February, 22nd of February, 2017. He said, "Okay, move out. I will do it under the tree." I said, "You know, I can't stand cold water on my head. As if when I put cold water, I can't stand that pressure. I'm a bit claustrophobic, so I feel as if I'm suffocating." I said, "You know, I can't stand cold water. Just put some warm water." He just looked at me and said, "Nothing will happen." Then he said, "See, I will do the first time initiating someone through a tulsi plant." He was just pouring the water on the tulsi, and the water was coming from the tulsi. I mean, so the pressure was not straight on me. So I did the pressure was on the tulsi, and I could feel like a shower on me. So it is how it happened, and I was just like that. I couldn't see anybody. And imagine it was live stream.
Oh, really?
It was live stream.
Yeah.
Everybody was watching.
Okay. So I guess you keep the footage.
Yes, we have
Mm.
it there.
Nice. So how did it feel? How did it feel like during the initiation or afterwards, right afterwards?
So after when I had a change into my orange sari, I came, he gave me the mantra and everything. So I think, I don't know if it happened before or for me it was the first time. He said, nobody forced me to become a Swamini. It was a wish. It's my own wish. And do you agree with that? I said, yes. He said, say it aloud for everybody. I said, yes, I accept to be Swamini of Bhakti Marga. And you are my guru and your Swamini. So he said, okay, from now on, I won't call you Bhakama, but then I will call you Swamini now. You're Swamini. So next day he was leaving, he was just, okay, I'm going, Swamini, come Swamini. So after a few days, he just phoned, he said, Bibi, where's Swamini? We said, Swamini is in the north.
Okay.
So every time Swamini means Swamini, Swamini is in the north. No, Swamini, your mom. Oh, my mom. Call her. How are you, Swamini? Hey, I will call you Bardo. I will call you. I say, it's up to you, Prabhu. Just how you want to call me, it's up to you. For me, it doesn't matter what name you call me, provided you call me.
Mhm.
So we still have the same relationship. How to say, but for him, initiating him as a Swamini of the Bhakti Marga. So it's like a complete shift, So what I used to be before and what I am now, it's no more the same in the sense of self-growth. You have to grow. You have to have that awareness. What he as a guru is expecting me to do for the betterment of the self first, and how, if whatever I'm learning, I will put into practice to serve all the people around Guruji, around in Bhakti Marga. So I'm just how to say, helping Guruji in his mission. So it's good. I feel very, very lucky for the trust bestowed for doing such a seva, bringing spirituality to people. You know, people, the perception of spirituality varies from one to one. So Guruji, he just tried to bring the oneness. So oneness, what is that oneness? Love for the divine. And being on this path, you feel it, you live it at every single moment of the life, in this life. The way he gives himself to people, to his devotees, he traveled all around the world So what we are doing, it's nothing, not a single drop of what he's doing. It's just, we think that we are doing a lot, but it's nothing compared to what he's doing. It's just amazing. Maybe you agree.
Of course, I agree. Yeah, because we observed in the past 2 years, like whenever he was here, stay in your house, and he just like he only sleep like 2 or 3 hours per day, and you accompany him, like you cook for him and you accompany him. So I'm not amazed by Guruji's, but I'm very amazed by your ability can really catch up with him. So it's really
So he is the energy. Yesterday I was talking to Swamini Vishwananda, and she said that she tried to imagine how I'm coping, because only place he stays longer, so long here, and when he is around, you don't have notion of daytime, night, nothing. At times when we had the prayers in the temple, we were having dinner at 4 in the morning.
Wow.
When the cock was crowing, he said, can you imagine now we are having dinner? So how come the energy is there? So he makes everybody move according to his own will, and you don't feel tired. How you get the energy? So he is the energy, and you keep on moving. You can't realize, but once he's gone, then you feel tired.
Yes. So I guess it's something you mentioned that you have some like nice Navaratri stories about Guruji. So we also want to hear some like a funny story.
Okay. For Navaratri, I don't think I have shared it when you said to me to have satsang on Olila. And thinking about Navaratri, I just remembered something. So the first Navaratri in the family, what I noticed, for Navaratri, one main event, one main prayer we do, we offer kheer, we call it kheer puri. Puri is more like pancake fried one. Kheer is sweet rice with milk. We offer to Ma Durga. So there are 9 pairs, we put into pairs, 9 pairs, 9 forms of Ma. And 2 pairs we put separately. The 2 pairs are supposed to be eaten by the Prabhus. So in those days, what I noticed, the 2 pairs, my mother-in-law always gave one to Guruji. And the other one, she would give to my father-in-law. I remember when I saw that, I said, my mother-in-law gave that prasad to a small boy who was only 6. He could have given to my husband, he could have given to Guruji's dad, to the elders. I don't know, should be not spiritually aware. I think first year, second year, most of the time Guruji was given that one part. And when after some time, my father-in-law passed away, when my mother-in-law was having the ritual, she would give to her other sons, my husband, but one always, he would just call for him, come, and my mother-in-law would make sure that he will eat that alone. When you eat that alone, you benefits all the punya in that offering.
Wow.
So my mother always forced him to eat that. And he would eat in front of my mother-in-law. Then he will go out. So she used to do that in the house. Usually we do in the house to the Ishtadev, we call Kuldevi or Ishtadev. She used to do that in the house. And it used to be even today, it's like it's a big thing happening in the house. You clean, you cook, you do the rituals, banana leaf, the prasad, flowers, sandal stick, camphor, organizing everything. And Guju was always so happy helping. As if it was his own world. He was doing it joyfully, preparing everything, singing, humming with his daddy, my mother-in-law, humming some, I don't know what was humming, but he would hum some song or anything during the prayer. But what was amazing, my mother-in-law always made him sit and eat that pair of seafood.
Nobody raised any doubts.
It was a leader happening. Only when you said that, I recall back. So why she was doing that? So the connection was there. The connection with the divine. Maybe my mother-in-law, being an elderly person in those days, she knew what that grandchild was. But we were limited in our mind where we couldn't see. We were seeing only that child. What is over and above that child, we didn't see. Though special things were happening.
So before we are going to this interactive section, maybe Swamini, you can think about some like a top secret funny story about Guruji, because we know Guruji love cooking, and of course he spent such a long time with you in the kitchen, and we know he has been doing like exercise. He was doing kirtan rituals. So anything like occurred to you that very funny?
Okay, something funny that happened in Vrindavan in 2020. I was locked down. I was stranded in Vrindavan. Guruji was there. We went there for the holy pilgrimage. You were there, no?
I was there, yeah.
You left?
No, I was stuck like you.
Oh,
I left after you left.
really?
Yeah, I left
Okay.
in
So, but
June.
you were not in the ashram, you were in the hotel.
Yeah, I was staying outside of the ashram.
So I was in the ashram, and we went into lockdown. You won't mind if I-
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I've been talking for such a long time. Yeah, I remember they mentioned that Guruji in Vrindavan, it was like crazy time. And even like once, like everybody have quiz. And if you get it wrong, you get beaten by
Beaten.
Guruji's stick.
Mhm.
And we heard that everybody gets beaten.
Yeah, even me,
Even you.
So on the 16th of April, March. Hiradasi was leaving. On 18, Manish was leaving, and Manish, when he was leaving for the airport, from Vrindavan to the airport, 6 to 8 hours drive. So I didn't go to the airport. Manish said, "You see, Mom, I said to you, we traveled together. You wanted to stay one more night, 1 or 2 more nights." So on 19, we went into Mauritius, closed all the borders, flight, everything canceled. Then Guruji said, "It's good. We will have fun here. We'll have fun." Manish left, let him go. All those who left, we will have fun. We will travel. We'll go all around India. He wanted to go to Tarapet, Calcutta. I said, okay. It's I've never been there. It was West Bengal tour, and he will go on that tour to come with him. it was supposed to happen on 20 or 22nd. So 19, it was 4 5 days. And I was just making all types of visions in my mind. I will be going to Banaras. I had booked a ticket to go to Banaras after Bengal too. I will go to Banaras. I will spend 1 month in India traveling. We just said, yeah, we'll go together. We'll have fun. So I was just creating ideas. We'll go there. We'll do that. We'll buy such thing. I was good. He said, make a list. What you need for temple, we will buy. Every day rectifying, making the list and writing. So on 19, on 20, on 22nd, we're supposed to go for Calcutta therapy. 21st, all borders closed in India. Even in India, you can't move.
Yes.
You have to be inside.
Mm.
Then Guruji said, Krishna doesn't want you to go out. You have to be inside here. Okay, inside here we will have fun. Then he said, let's make fireplace, we cook food. So it was the first thing we decided. The kitchen in Vrindavan is quite small. We were at first 60 people. He said to cook for 60, it was taking too long and there was no opening. I was suffocating. It was so hot. I said, okay, we will make a fireplace. Then he said, okay, you cook rice or roti, I'll make the curry. I was in the bungalow opposite the road. He was talking from up. I was in the yard beside. Okay, you cook rice, you cook, I will make the curry. Then I said, what curry you will make? He said he will make, we call it lado pomme de terre, potato. Potato. It's like a soup, potato soup, like his grandmother used to make. So you just boil potato, you mash it and make like a gravy, a bit watery and lot of spice. He said, I will cook just like Daddy used to cook. I said, okay. So he said, you come early, you make the fire and you boil the potato. I said, okay. So we went opposite to the ashram. We had to make the fireplace. We made the fireplace. Now where to get wood? We're looking around for food. We didn't know anyone there. And they had a tent. So we started breaking the tent. We're taking the pole out. We took one pole, two pole. Then Guruji saw myself, there was a Buddha, there was Kishan and other motion. Guruji said, where you guys, what you're doing with the pole? The tent will fall. I said, but you said to cook. There is no wood. Then we said, yes, come. And he came, he was chopping, he helped us to chop the wood. Then I think we did that 3-4 days. And he made his potato gravy, we ate. After 1 week, half of the tent was gone.
You're still taking
So now when we cook in the wood, everybody laugh. It was less time consuming. Once you make a big fireplace, a big pot, you cook at one go, you can cook a big pot of rice. You can cook a big pot of a karai of curry. And we had a big tawa, we're making lots of roti. So now Guruji said, we will have 2 fires. One side, I was cooking, the other side, he was cooking, he and Swamini, and one side myself, another Mauritian. So after 1 week, when the tent man came, said, what happened to his tent? Where is all the wood? All the wood are gone. Then I said, there are lots of monkeys coming in.
So you're playing the monkey.
The monkeys, they're just eating the rope and the tent fell. We already removed few of them. They were on the floor like that. So you see, look, they're there. Then the man said, okay, he will have to remove the tent because all his wood is disappearing. Then he was supposed to come the next day. He said, how we are going to cook now? Guruji said, okay. I think there were 4 poles already we took out. He said, we will bring it on this side near Guruji's. At night, he helped us to chop. Govinda Das, even Govinda Das was there. Govinda Das came. Guruji also, they were with the household. see, how you call that?
Seesaw?
A seesaw, like a
Yeah.
seesaw. It was chopping to pieces, and then Govinda Das was just making it thin apart, and we just make a good pie. We cover it nicely, and as long as we were there, we cook food from that. So one day Guruji said, "You guys, you are here. I need to keep to cook and to eat. What about learning? Tonight you are going to have quiz." So he started quiz with Bhagavad Gita. And we had Matajis and we had Prabhus. So Prabhus, we said Guruji won't be Prabhu's side, none side. Guruji, Swami Parantapa and Swami Revati. They were putting questions at Swami Akash. They were putting question and we were replying. And whoever didn't know the answer, they were being beaten. So first day, it was about Bhagavad Gita. So I was not so well versed those days in Bhagavad Gita. When I knew the answer, I was just, I will answer loudly. I was answering. And when I didn't know the answer, I was just hiding behind like that. I was hiding not to be seen. Then Guruji said, "Swamini, answer." Then when I said the wrong answer, he said, "Come here." I said, "Maybe he will spare me, he won't beat me." He said, "Come here." I will go and I was beaten. It was fun. It was fun. We had such good time cooking food. We had delicacy food, making naan, and every day Guruji for him, it was a fun cooking on the fire. He will have his apron. Okay, and we finish eating, we start making fun. Next day we'll cook this. Next day we'll cook. It was like that every day.
Yeah. Just not long ago, like Govinda, they share us like a top secret video from Vrindavan quarantine time. So we saw about this firework and they like cutting down the different wood.
Yeah, the wood from the tent.
Okay. But it didn't last for long. I mean, the cooking outside.
Yes. So once Guruji left, everything changed in Vrindavan. And the day Guruji left, it was a very tough day for me. So he was going, and when he was going, I cried a lot that night. I said, because when he was around there, there was no stress. He's here. It was just fun time.
Yeah, even though the condition was tough.
Yeah, but you don't care. He's here. You don't care.
Yeah.
It was hot. The water was same. The air was hot. Food was the same. But the day he left, nothing was good. It was very hot. The water was very salty. The food was no more good. I didn't feel like cooking. I was very tired. My blood pressure was going high. I couldn't sleep whole night. I was suffocating in the room. I needed fresh air. So there were all types of excuse not to stay in the ashram. And the day Guruji said he was making his plan to go, he said very secretly to me, maybe by next week I'll be traveling back. I have to go. I thought that he was joking. After 2-3 days, Swami Devati came. He said, "Yeah, they confirmed their ticket. They'll be traveling on such and such date." And the day of his departure, it was a late evening. I said, "I won't cook anything." Then he said, "You don't want to cook a last food for me before I travel to the airport?" I said, "Yeah." Because it was in the flying condition, it was said that they won't be given food, nothing. So we cook chapati, we make pack dinner for them. And when he reached at the airport, he texted me, he said, "Thank you for the food. They just finished eating. Now they will land. And hope things goes better. I'll look back to Mauritius." So April, March, he left April. He left April. I stayed there 1 week, 2 weeks, nothing happened. Embassy, you phone, they don't take your phone. It was too much for me. I kept on texting him, text Guruji, you are not doing anything. I want to go home. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to go home. He said, you have to come to terms with your stress. You will go home only when Krishna will let you. And Swami Parantapa was talking to me. So the stress was going high and high. I could hardly sleep at night. I was having sleepless nights. Then the next day, Parantapa said, you will kill yourself. You are dying. You're crazy. You want to go and you won't go till you come to terms with yourself. I said, no, I need to go. And Manju was pregnant. She was pregnant. She was having some health issues. So it was just adding on my stress. Then one day, I tried all means to be happy. And next morning at 4, 5, I'll be texting Guruji. Then the next morning I wake up, I don't feel like talking to anybody. I just write on a paper, silent, no talking today. So I will just sit on the bed, no talking. I think 2-3 days we're not talking to anybody. Then and some other day said, okay, today we will just watch morning till night. We'll not watch movie. We won't go out of the room. Parantapa was cooking. When Swami Parantapa was cooking, we didn't go. He will come. All Asian people come and eat. Only one people go out, bring the food in the room. We tried all means to be happy, but when stress takes over you control of yourself, nothing is good. Then I said, okay, there were other Mauritian people who were living in India, Alamelu, Adita, Kishan, and another. The university had to resume, they had to go back when they went back. So only Mauritians were left. Devika, Kanupriya, I think there were 4 Anupama, 4 Ravi, Tanya, Saroja, were 7. Some were living in Jiva. The Ravi, Tanya, and Saroja were living in Jiva, and myself and others were living in the ashram in Vrindavan town. Then Guruji said, you wanted to learn Sanskrit. Why don't you get started into Sanskrit? Then I said, they teach Sanskrit at Jiva. Can I go there to learn? He said, yeah, you go. As long as you keep yourself busy, you won't be stressed. So I went there to learn. When I went there, Ravi saw me, said, come have food with us. So they cook the typical Mauritian food. And once Guruji left, I was finding all excuse not to cook food. It was too hot. Temperature was very high. So I was not cooking food. So when I ate at Ravi's place in Jiva, and I was just lying on the bed talking to them, I slept for 3 or 4 hours. I felt so good. And when I came back, the teacher gave me lots of homework. I was doing my homework. Parantapa said, look how you look happy. You're like a small school girl. You're happy doing your work and things like that. Then at night, I don't know what pushed me. I said to Guruji, thank you for sending me there. I'm very happy. But instead of traveling every day to and from here, can I stay there? I said, yes, you can stay there. When he said to me, I just left. I didn't pack any clothes, nothing. As I was, I took only 1 set of clothes. I take my book, my copy book, everything, I just left. I went there and I stayed there till...
You have a ticket. Yeah, it was tough time.
Yeah.
It also like when you describe it, I feel like it's like Krishna when he left Vrindavan.
Yeah, when Guruji was leaving, it was as if Krishna leaving Vrindavan. Yeah, Krishna living Vrindavan, and the stress started. One day I was feeling so annoyed with life. I was fed up. I had had enough. I said to Paramahamsa, I can't stand this stress. I just want to go up, move, and jump. And every day I was watching the people living nearby, the Bhakti. They had a small house, no food from the ashram were giving them rice because they were living their family life. They looked very happy. Then I said, how come they're happy like that? And for me, as if happiness was not there. Then Paramahamsa shouted at me, he said, you want to jump from there? Can you imagine what will happen to you? I said, yeah, I will die. And he said, if you don't die, you just break your bones. Then you will be more in trouble for yourself and for everybody here. Oh, lady, stop lamenting. He shouted at me. And when I went to Jiva, oh, it was such a beautiful, it was a vision. The next day when I woke up, and now I knew I settled in Jiva, and Guruji has been very grateful. Being a Swamini in the Bhakti Marga congregation, I left his ashram, I'm moving to another ashram. So for me, it was more than enough. It was more than being, I didn't know what type of gratitude to thank Guruji for giving me such grace, but still the stress was there. So the next day when I woke up, I was just looking at the sky. That was an amazing part of Jiva. In Vrindavan, the room was very small. You heard this is a sky. You were as if in a box.
Yes.
There, the room was very spacious. So from my bed, I was just looking at the sky, and an idea came to my mind. I said, Krishna, is it the same sky that you saw when you lived on this land? Then the question started coming again. So is it the same sky that you saw that I'm seeing now today in 2020? They say that you stayed here in Vrindavan. So why people around are so poor? Why is it so dirty here? And why am I so restless? If you care, you care, you look after your devotee, you take care of everybody. Why there is so much suffering inside you? If it's true that you existed, you look at the sky and looking at the same time. Why don't you manifest yourself? Why don't you show yourself? I was just at random saying certain things to myself. I was staying in the bed. I just said, boom, boom. I don't know, just a sandstorm started. A sandstorm started, the windows, everything. And I tried, it was a sliding window, I opened it. I tried to close the window. All the sun came to my eyes. I could hardly open my eyes. The next time I just went to the bathroom and washed my face. When I came, it was dark outside. It started raining, heavy, tender, lightning. And the beautiful part of that, all the cows in Jiva, there were, I think, more than 40 cows, all the cows running to the stable with their bell in the around the neck, ding, 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 ding. I saw the cows, the big cow, the bull, the small young calves running to the shed, and it started raining massively, and it was raining, and the wind was so power strong. The rain, as if it was wanted to break the window, the glass. I just watched at the sky. The sky changed. The sky was no more blue. The sky was black. I was just looking like that. Then the electric thunder just red, as if something was coming out from the sky. Red, everywhere it was red and black. Red.
Yes.
Then I saw like the shape.
Wow.
I can't. But really, I saw it. I cried. I said, forgive me. You know, when you're stressed, you're not able to control your emotions. You forget everything. You forget you just forget the sense of reasoning. So when I saw that, I said, no, excuse me, God. Excuse me, Guruji, for having so much doubt. The next day, the same day, I was in tears talking to Ravi and Tanya. We had our breakfast. Then Ravi said, you see, Guruji has been telling you, now you decide. I said, yeah, now I am a Vrindavan Vasi. We go to shop, we buy food, we buy clothes. I didn't have clothes. I won't phone the embassy. I won't ask anybody to arrange my return. I will stay here. I will go only when Krishna let me go. The same day we went to the shop. Because they were tender, I didn't have money. The ATM was not working. And we came back home. We said we eat something because we wanted to go and eat out. But because of lockdown, not all the food corners were open. We didn't find anything to eat and we didn't have money. We came back home. We ate the noodles and then we said, okay, we'll go out again. By that time, the electricity, the power supply was there. We could withdraw money from the ATM. I bought few things. Whatever I was missing, I said, okay, now I will stay for long in Vrindavan. I bought more t-shirts. Gone?
No.
So I buy more t-shirts and everything. So second time after our shopping, we came back home. We got the internet. We saw the embassy calling. Embassy calling. Ravitanya got ticket.
Mhm.
They have to leave early morning. Next in 2 days' time, they will take the flight.
Mhm.
Then they were still making the arrangements. Saroja got phone. Saroja is going. Then they phoned Guruji, and Guruji said, "What will you do?" I was laughing. I said, "Okay, I will go back to ashram there. I go back to Girdhadham." Guruji said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, I will go only when Krishna decides." He decided for them. They're going. I don't have any grudge against anybody. I accept. I'm a Brajvasi. I will eat. I will sing. I will dance. I will behave like a Brajvasi. Then Guruji said, "You phone the embassy now." I said, "It's midnight, Prabhu." Said, "Never mind. You phone them now. Tell them that you are for free of going to find a place for you." So I phoned. Then they said, okay, they will check at 1:30 in the morning, get ready.
Wow. They answered the call in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, at midnight.
And they
At
got your ticket.
1:30, okay, get ready at 5, you come and they gave all the arrangement. Then I have to come back to Girdhardham to collect all my things because I didn't take anything. I only few clothes. I had everything, my passport, everything was there. So I came there, I was dancing like a man. I said, okay, I'm going. So the Kanupriya, Devika, Yajna, Devika Dasi, and I was still packing my things. The embassy phone said, who is Anupama? Vivi's ex-wife. Is she your daughter-in-law? I said, yeah, she's my ex-daughter-in-law. Okay, because you're traveling, she will have a seat together on the flight. Then I said, only 2 of them are left, 2 young girls. They started crying. I said, Chachi, you are going, we are only 2 young girls, we don't know what will happen to us. Then Guruji was still talking to us. It was 2:03 in the morning. Guruji said, you will travel, but you have to be patient. So early morning we left. At 5 in the morning we left. We reached traveling from Vrindavan to Delhi. Corona was still at its peak. we didn't know much more about that disease, vaccination, nothing. So it was far away. I was still just thinking about the vision I had on the eve. It was just on the eve that it happened. So traveling from the ashram to Delhi airport, I think at 4 points you go through, you see Yamuna River.
Yes.
So at the last point, it was near a bridge, I saw Yamuna River. The water was so clear. Few days before we went there, Ravi and Tanya were playing in the waters. They said, okay, come and dip your feet in the water of Yamuna. I said, no, it's too dirty. It was too dirty, so muddy. I won't do that. And the day I was leaving, the water was so clear, like blue. It was looked like crystal blue. And the farmers were there farming. The cows were swimming and bathing in the splashing in the water. And it was so cool. The morning, very peaceful. The people were so happy. And I felt a peace. I said, only now living in Vrindavan, I can feel that peace. Then I said to the driver, please stop the car. He stopped the car. I just went out. I stopped on the bridge. I look at the river. Then I said, excuse me, I didn't dip myself in your feet. I will come again. I will come again. I just picked some soil from Vrindavan. I went into the car. Went to the hospital. We were queuing to have our test. Everything was done. Then the girls phoned. They're coming. They're on the way.
Also,
We
the
are
same flight.
the same flight.
Wow.
We all traveled together.
Wow. So wonderful.
It was amazing. And it helps you to grow inside, to grow your perception, your determination, your way to see things. It just changes the way Guruji plans and make things happen. You just have to trust. But at times we are so engrossed in the material world. We just let our emotion get controlled by our stress. It just changes our perception and we lose focus on the divine.
Thank you, Swami. That's a very great example of how Guruji teaches us about surrendering.
So,
Like after surrendering, finally, you begin to appreciate the beauty of Vrindavan. Wow, that's really touching story. So yeah, I guess because we cannot, the time is never enough. So, I mean,
so
just
Lucy,
such a long time with Guruji. So many stories and such a devotional service and such a surrendering. It's like a really a good example for all of us to learn from. And you mentioned about 22, the huge sandstorm.
2020.
2020.
20, yeah. When I
Yeah.
was in Vrindavan.
Yeah.
Maybe you were there.
Yeah, I saw the sandstorm.
The sandstorm, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just all of a
Yeah,
sudden it happened.
So
And
strange.
after half an hour, it was sunny everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know you called it. I was shocked.
Yeah.
When the weather changed. Yeah, I saw that the sky is red and black.
It was,
I
yeah.
was shocked. Like it was my husband was also here. He said, "Oh, Krishna manifest himself. I'm gonna go meet him."
It was, yeah, it was one. He was manifesting.
Go up to the rooftop and just yell from the like that. So, oh, that man is gone. That man is totally
He
mad.
was there. Krishna was there.
Yeah.
I saw the show.
Wow. Thank you so much for such a revelation. Like I slowly connect different dots together, but so touching. Okay. So yeah, we already we're
Time
already
is up.
over time. So just at the ending moment, I would like to invite all of you to open your camera just to say hi to this lovely Swamini, to share her time with us for such a long day. Okay. And we also appreciate Bhakti Mauritius because all the equipment are supported by Bhakti Mauritius. So later we're gonna share a QR code. We really appreciate that if you can donate your generosity to support the new ashram buildings. And of course, we also want to thank Bhakti Marga Mauritius shop because all my dress are sponsored by the shop. So good evening, everybody. Hope you have a good night. So many you recognize some of them. You know.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, Hala dancing. You see, Hala dancing.
When she?
Yeah, in the middle. The first row.
Yeah, Haradasi. Okay.
Hala dancing.
And
Yeah.
next, Karuna Karadas.
I think I saw.
She texts me. Yeah, she texts me.
There. You see the first one.
Oh, hi.
Okay, you can see.
Here.
Even the smallest.
Some of you are coming for Just Love, no?
Yes,
So we'll meet.
definitely.
Definitely.
Let's meet the Vimala Devi, the smallest devotee in China. Is she here? Shavari Dasi. Is it?
哦，他在楼上。哦，你听到是不是？对，我可以把它带下来。哦，wait.
Okay. I think
She's upstairs.
Her signal is not so stable. Yeah. Her daughter was like only 2 years old, but she's a devotee. You see, Nityashini, you see?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. We're looking forward more of you come and join us. Like
Mahashivani is not here.
Mahashivanda say we're not sure. Mahashivanda is here. Maybe can we search in the
用哪个看？
I'm not sure.
Bye.
Okay.
Jacob.
Really already very late, and we really thank everybody to be together with us at this special 22.
Hi, Deepika.
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 Yeah, Deepika. Okay.
Jai Gurudev,
Jai
nice
Gurudev.
seeing you all and nice sharing with you all the experience. Yeah, I thought.
Little one.
So cute.
Vimala Devi. Would you give her the name?
Vimala Devi.
Yeah. So cute.
就这样子。
She's two, right? She's two, right? Shavari does it.
Swamini. Swamini.
So nice. Okay, we have to say good night because the evening prayer will start soon. We have to go.
We have some bhajan today. Okay, Jai Gurudev, everybody.
See
Jai
you.
Gurudev.
See you next time. Much love.
Good
night.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Sadgurudev Paramahamsa Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Jai.
The music?